Good morning, good afternoon or good evening, depending at which time you're looking at my video here. This is a BabyMetal tag video, which is a response to a general sort of out there request from Callie, who you may know her videos if you're a BabyMetal fan. She posted videos about when she went to Wembley to see them in concert, how she does the hair and makeup for herself to look like you and Moa and things, Sue as well I think. So she's a very interesting and talented lady, so if you want to check out her videos regarding BabyMetal, it's Callie, and if you just type BabyMetal hair makeup, something like that, or Wembley visit, you'll see it. So it's basically, my video is 12 questions. I'm sorry if I go a fair bit, it's pretty much off the cuff. I've written down my questions, so let's get going. Question 1, how did you first find out about BabyMetal? Well, a friend of mine in New Zealand here, called Steve, sort of posted a picture of them with, could have been Metallica or somebody like that. It was in the earlier days, early 2014, when there was many pictures of them appearing at various places with famous rock stars behind them in various pictures, and I thought, well, who are this BabyMetal? And I'm trying to remember the name of the first video I watched with them, and I can't really remember which one it was, but it had been early 2014, and pretty impressed straight away. And then when I started looking at the musicians at the back, I realised they were all miming, so I wasn't so keen then. Then there's a chap called Dom, I think it's Dom's Iron Sandwich. He did a review of the BabyMetal first album, and he went on about their Sonosphere appearance, so I checked that out, and then there is when they first had the Cami band, so that was excellent, and that totally changed my mind about the whole thing, realising that they were playing live there. It's fantastic. So it's credit to Steve for his, really, he was disappointing that the famous bands were having their picture taken with BabyMetal. So question 2, favourite album? Well, there's a difficult choice between the two. I'm going for the first one because I think it's probably the first. Obviously, it's the it's the first one I would have heard, and my own sort of view is I wish they could re-record the vocals on that album now, and with their maturer voices, I think it would just be easily the best of the two. But I mean, they're both very good. So number 3, favourite song? Well, I really like Catch Me If You Can from the first album. It's just the fact that the Cami band get a chance to play at the front there before the song actually starts, and it's a great song anyway. So it's a difficult choice, but you've got to choose one, so that's the one I've gone for, Catch Me If You Can. Number 4, favourite unreleased song? Well, there's one called Answer with Animation. Now, I don't know if that's actually been released or not. Maybe a B-side, something like that. I'm not too sure. So I'm not vastly knowledge on BabyMetal's back material and all their various projects and things and side projects, but I know you can watch the video on, it's the Black Knight Legend 2014. There's a clip on YouTube. I've actually got the whole song with that, so it's called Answer with Animation. Now, number 5, favourite member? Well, I'll have to go for Sue with this because she does all the singing, and to sing and dance about is not easy, so Sue gets my vote as a favourite member there. Number 6, if you met BabyMetal, what would you ask them? 1001 questions, but it may have been asked in one of their many interviews, I don't know. I'm just wondering, where they see themselves going in the future. They're not going to be teenagers forever, and it may well be they don't want to be doing so much energetic stuff, which would be a shame, but understandable. You can't expect sort of girl at 25 to be running around the stage full on for sort of an hour and a half, so just see what happens with that. But that's what I'd like to know, and only the fox God knows is not a good answer for me. I'd like to see what they want to do with themselves. If you spent an hour with them, what would you do? Well, an hour would be nowhere near long enough if I spend an hour with each of them, but I'd like to take them, all 3 of them, to take me to their favourite Japanese restaurant, and I would try each one's their favourite dishes and see, that'd be fantastic. I'd like that. What is your favourite piece of merchandise? Well, I'm not so good on this. Not so keen on sort of what I call cheap Chinese made merchandise. Yes, there are some nice t-shirts and hoodies and things. I'd really like one of the flags. When they go to some of the European countries, they hold up BabyMetal flag with the insignia, and it's the colour of the country. So I'd like one of those if you can buy them. Obviously I'd like the English one, but I'm not sure if you can buy those. So the other thing is, if that's not something you can buy, there's a Blu-ray trilogy 2016 that was released, so it's this year, and it's sort of triangle shaped, and it's got 3 discs in it, and it's a real collector's edition. I'd like to buy that as a piece of merchandise. Number 9. What do you love most about BabyMetal? It's the live performances for me. I mean, aren't they marvellous? The energy and the way the Cami band are all smiling and they're singing along to the choruses, and you just think that sometimes they're sort of going, especially in the America tour, the distances they go, yet they're still running around, the amount of energy, and everyone's having fun, which is so nice. It's not morons throwing bottles of beer about and the band trying to be all, look at us, aren't we macho, playing our machines, our instruments. They're just having a wonderful time, and that's to me what it's all about, the live show. So that's number 9. Number 10. What don't you like about BabyMetal? As going back to the Cami band here, I really wish the girls would introduce them at some stage during the live show. I know it's a bit cliche, here's the drummer and he does a solo, here's the guitarist and he does a solo, but even at the end there, when they do their sort of We Are BabyMetal bit, wouldn't it be great if they could just say, please acknowledge the band? So I just do wish they would acknowledge the band more. Number 11. What is your favourite dance? That's a tricky one. I think, let's go for the most recent album, although it's an older song, which is Road of Resistance. I love the bit, I think they're meant to be riding their horses into battle. That's what it looks like to me, and I just love all that, and the way the crowd join in, and the chorus bit where they walk down and all the crowd are going crazy, and then they go back to do. It's just the choreography of that whole dance and the effort it must take to keep it all together. Very, very good. In the earlier album, I think I like the Yuki Yuki Midnight is good, and it's just the way the arms about and things. It's so difficult to pick a favourite dance. Awadama Fever. Yeah, let's say that again. Awadama Fever is my favourite dance on Metal Resistance, and Road of Resistance on the BabyMetal album. That's my favourite dance there. Number 12. What do you think about the BabyMetal community? Well, it's thanks to them really that I've found out so much information about them. There's such a good community. There's a Facebook page is where I contribute to occasionally and pass comments and things. They have little competitions on there, and I think there's several Facebook BabyMetal communities. So the one you want is it has BabyMetal Fan Club on the logo, and there's the words "We are BabyMetal, we are the one, united we stand." So that's a really good BabyMetal community. And you can't sort of not mention Emma and Jess, who posted videos of them standing in the queue at Wembley. They've gone to Japan to see the Tokyo Dome concert. Wonderful. And Callie, again, I mentioned her video about going to Wembley and the effort they put into, and the way they help each other and speak to each other. And also in some of the queues to see the bands, you get people making home little made key fobs and things, and they hand them out all free, and it must take a lot of effort, and you have to admire that. It's something, I mean, it's a bit isolated where I am, but there's the wonders of Facebook and things and the BabyMetal Fan Club that I feel I'm involved in the community, although I've never actually seen BabyMetal play live. So that's my tag video. I hope it wasn't too serious. It's quite difficult knowing quite what to say sort of off the cuff, but thank you very much for watching. So I hope I name checked everybody I wanted to, and thanks again.